Hello friends, I am in my car right now because the lighting is the best for sure, and it's kind of vain, but my skin looks best in the car. I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. But I really quickly wanted to talk about alignment before action and what that has to do with essential oils. And this is just a quick tip. I just feel like it's something that's really helped me and changed my life, so I hope it will help you as well. And I got this tip actually from a podcast. So you'll notice I get a lot of tips from podcasts. That's kind of like my go-to. I take no credit for this knowledge. I did not think of it myself. I wish I had because it's great, but I'm not quite there yet. And also, by no means am I perfect. The reason I listen to all these podcasts and read all these books is just because I'm always, striving to be better, and I just love educating myself. So anyways, the tip is to have alignment before action. And what that is it's kind of flipping the 80-20 principle around completely. So instead of spending, 80% of your time working really hard and trying to get to the next thing and just pushing yourself through something when you're not comfortable, and then only 20% of your time relaxing and doing things you enjoy, you completely flip that around. So you spend 80% of your time getting aligned and then 20% of your time actually working. And I know what you're thinking, because I thought the same thing, like nobody has time to get aligned and have fun 80% of the time and only work 20% of the time. But hear me out, because I have found that it is very effective. So what happens when you have a rough day? You wake up in the morning, one thing after another, things are going wrong, and you kind of just push yourself through it. And you push yourself through every activity, and as you go along, you're getting more and more frustrated. Well, if you kind of switch your mindset around and spend the first parts of your day getting aligned and doing things that you enjoy and that make you happy and fill you up before working, you're going to find that you're going to be so much more effective when you are actually working. So I'll give you some examples, and this is how essential oils tie in for me in my life, and this is just my personal opinion. So I use essential oils, I diffuse them before I get started working, just to kind of fill the air with a nice scent, make me feel grounded, and get me ready to do what I, have to do. I also like to get a hot drink ready, whether that's tea or hot chocolate or coffee, just because I'm always freezing, and that also, it brings me joy, it fills me up before I have to do something. Some other examples that people might like is putting on your favorite music, or watching a motivational video, listening to a podcast on your way to work. Do something that fills you up, brings you joy before you take that action. And that way you're kind of, like I said, you're flipping that 80-20 principle around. And this just makes your entire day go a lot better. It'll make your day go smoother. It'll make you happier, and you'll find that you are filled up, so you're able to handle any pressure or stress that comes your way much better than you would otherwise. So there's another term that I use, and that's learned, and it's above the line and below the line. So when you're frustrated and you're like snapping at people and you find yourself being extremely reactionary, that means you're below the line. When you're above the line, that's when you're in a good place, you're happy, you're fulfilled, you feel filled up. And that way, when somebody comes at you and says something that irritates you, or something happens with your child, or something happens at work that irritates you, if you're filled up and you're above the line, you're able to face that issue a lot better than you would be if you were below the line. So once again, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. My personal opinion on how I get filled up, one of the ways I get filled up is by using essential oils. And it's just been that's probably been the number one, game changer for my family. So it just fills me up, and like I said, it makes me feel grounded before I proceed with my day or whatever I have to do. And I also find myself, when I'm getting frustrated with something, or I feel myself about to go below the line, reaching for those oils and for whatever reason, that's kind of like they're in my above the line toolbox, if you will. So I go to those to kind of help me out, help me relax personally. So that's my above the line, below the line 80-20 principle. And like I said, I do not take credit for the alignment before action, above the line, below the line. I got that from Jess Lively, and she has a podcast called The Lively Show, so check it out. And also one of my absolute favorites is Zen Parenting, another podcast. So I've just taken those podcasts and applied them to my life, and now I'm sharing them with you because I hope it helps you, and just telling you how I use essential oils through those practices as well. So thank you guys again for listening. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to watch these videos. And if you have any questions about anything, like I said, just leave me a comment. All right, have a wonderful night, guys.